So we have looked at the relationship of principles of social policy with ethical and moral standards. We have looked at the relationship of principles of social policy with rules. Now in this segment, we look at the principles of social policy and their relationship with ideas and theories. So ideas are a little different from moral standards, moral and ethical standards, because they can accommodate different moral and ethical standards. They don't have, any problem with accommodating different thoughts or different ethical areas. Theories are a cluster of ideas. So Marxism will be one example of theory. There will be religion or an example of a cluster of ideas banded together. Of course, if you believe in Marxism, if you believe in Islam, your principles of social policy will be influenced by these big theories and religious ideas. Coordinative ideas is the way to look at theories. So theories can be explained as something which provide a relationship between different ideas, and which provide a relationship between different moral and ethical standards and ideas. If, as we all believe, we are all Muslims, let's take an example of Islam and how it influences over principles of social policy and different individual social policies. If you look at education, for example, there is a hadith of Holy Prophet, may peace be upon him, which says that you, and I am paraphrasing, that you should go to China if you can go even to China if you want to educate yourself. So you have to be educated, both men and women. Then, of course, but the issue is many, for example, madrasa graduates and other things, that it's this specific command is only about the religious education and not about other non-religious secular education. So this is where the command of, or the hadith of Holy Prophet, may peace be upon him, is interpreted by different people in different ways. Again, of course, girls' education and women education is mandatory. But what about the girls' education after 12 years or after 16 years of age? Is it also mandatory? Again, there are different people with different ideas. And then, of course, these kind of ideas influence over social policy. So somebody who thinks that girls should not be educated after 16 years, he or she may not be ready to provide money for example, women universities. He or she may not provide money for girls' scholarship in universities. So all these things are influenced if we believe in a certain theory or believe in a certain religion or religious idea. If health, again, health for all is accepted, but whether it's Tibb-e-Nabawi only, or we have to look at other types of medicine is also encouraged. What about family planning? So is family planning allowed or not? What about psychological health? Should we be concerned about sociological health? Does Islam has instructions about psychological health? Do state has to provide psychological health? So all these things have to be are influenced by what we believe. Similarly, criminal justice. So Pakistan has a criminal justice policy. So who should be punished? Should hudoods should be included or not? should there be qazis or or a British system of government which we have. Should there be lawyers who always are lying and they are not concerned about truth and all that? So is Islam allows the whole profession of lawyers in Pakistan? Shouldn't they be disbanded, and there should be, the judges should decide themselves, as happened in the early Islamic era. So we similarly, like Islam, we have this Buddhism. As far as Buddhism is concerned, education is not necessary. It's the wisdom that is more important, and wisdom is not acquired at schools or colleges and universities. Similarly, health for them is less food, less sleep, and more mindfulness. So again, a different area and different. So all these things are influenced. The ideas, theories, religious ideas, and dogmas affect how you interpret the principles of social policy, and then of course that define your social policy making. Thank you.